This is the Newsroom.
Hello and welcome. This is the Newsroom for Monday, June 30th, 2025. We're broadcasting to you on E1, SKAR TV, NTN, and TARZEE TV in Bartica. These are the headlines. Wakenaam gets a huge boost in its power supply with a new solar farm.
We will still have enough power to power everything.
A 9-year-old girl excels at this year's National Grade 6 assessment. A family legacy expands as new Jewelz by King's Hotel opens in the city. And in sport, Montra Jaguars crowned first ever Berbice champions of US-Guyana T10 Tapeball Blast. And President Ali touts Guyana as the home of sport and entertainment tourism. With the news, I'm Neil Marks. We're glad you could join us. Wakenaam, an island in the Essequibo River, has received a 750 kilowatt solar farm that is expected to meet the growing demand for power while providing reliable and clean electricity to residents. The new solar farm was commissioned on Friday by Prime Minister Brigadier Retired Mark Phillips.
This facility, with a capacity of 750 kilowatt, harnesses solar PV technology to utilize abundant sunlight of the Essequibo region. The system integrates with existing diesel generation to offer a hybrid energy solution ensuring both reliability and sustainability. Now currently, we have 1.75 megawatts or 1700 kilowatts of fossil fuel generation, that's diesel generation. The 750 kilowatt solar farm will add to that generating capacity. That will take us up to 2.5 megawatt in generating capacity. The peak of this island right now is 450 kilowatts. During the day, that is the night peak. That's when everybody have on the lights and so on. During the day, it is 350 kilowatts. What it really means is that you have more than 5 times capacity to meet your demand.
On any given day, sunny day, generators will not be used, but we will still have enough power to power everything. Every air conditioner, every fan, every washing machine, every fridge, electrical stove here at Wakenaam. What it means is that, as I mentioned in many other communities, we need to now put our minds, our heads together and come up with a business strategy and get the investors to invest to utilize this excess power. Don't have it as ornament. I mean, at the home level, you're gonna buy, of course, the washing machine that you wanted to buy before. You could buy it now. You could install the AC, right, utilize the power. But we want to see, other than nicing up the home for your comfort, a more meaningful utilization of the energy.
President Irfan Ali has announced that the government will be developing a fuel and liquefied gas farm in Lethem, Region 9. The president revealed that the facility will provide supplies to northern Brazil as part of a vision to transform Region 9 into a major economic and industrial hub. He was speaking at the commission of the St. Ignatius Practical Instruction Department and stated that the center is important as the skills offered will be needed for future massive investments and opportunities in the region.
This region is already transforming at a rapid pace. Mind you, I'm not speaking about Lethem here now. I'm speaking about this region. Because we are going to find every competitive advantage in every single village. And your government will co-invest with you to create economic opportunity in every one of these villages. I have a technical team looking at cargo planes, cargo and passenger planes that will take produce out of here and Roraima to supply the rest of the Caribbean. So for that to happen, we have to build a regional municipal airport at Lethem. And in the next 5 years, we are building a regional municipal airport so you can fly here from Lethem on international flights. And we're going to create the infrastructure around this airport. We're going to build out the industrial hub, not for stores and supermarkets and these things alone, but a true industrial hub where we're going to do processing, refining, where we're going to add value to the produce, juice plants, milk plants, and abattoir of international standards. We want to build out a commodities terminal that will be linked to the completion of the Linden-Lethem Road and a possible rail link to the deepwater port that we are right now completing the study on, building out that deepwater port in Brazil. That will bring opportunities for Roraima because northern Brazil will be critically connected with that infrastructure. Right now we are looking at a proposal to establish a fuel and liquefied gas farm in Lethem that will supply northern Brazil. These are the type of big ideas that we're discussing now that will create tons of opportunity here in Lethem.
The government of Guyana may soon construct a world-class museum in the area that now houses the dilapidated Durban Park, President Irfaan Ali hinted on Friday. Dr. Ali spoke at the opening of the Jewelz by King's Hotel on Friday afternoon, outlining the government's plans for developing the capital city and rapidly expanding the tourism sector. In so doing, he announced that a world-class museum is coming to the eyesore close to his office. Durban Park is located a stone's throw away from the office of the president.
Very soon, you will see an ad in the newspaper for a new world-class museum. And we've already identified the area that many of you believe is an eyesore close to my office. That is an area that we're going to put this magnificent new national museum to celebrate who we are.
The notion that early childhood practitioners are less than other educators was firmly challenged at the 2025 Early Childhood Development Conference held under the theme Elevating Early Childhood Development, Strengthening Standards, Enhancing Service, and Building Partnerships. The conference has brought together over 300 early childhood practitioners to share ideas and strengthen systems for practitioners who work with children from birth to age 8, a time described as critical for brain development. The conference was held by the Ministry of Human Services and Social Security with the support of UNICEF and the Government of Canada.
We who serve in early childhood institutions are more than just caregivers. We are not even teachers. We are more than just teachers. We are that force that the legendary Maria Montessori described as gatekeepers of the future. Gatekeepers of the future when she stated, "Whoever touches the life of a child touches the most sensitive point of a whole, which has roots in the most distant past and climb towards the infinite future." Have a beautiful conference, and remember, many cannot be who we are. Many cannot do what we do. Many cannot touch the life of a child.
This conference has been born out of a burning need and also a heartfelt desire of mine to engage you as we're doing this morning, bringing you together in an environment where you can share your ideas, develop solutions to challenges and limitations you may face every day, chart a course where a policy that will soon be launched, the Integrated Early Childhood Development Policy, and also its complementary guidelines and work plans and activities, but to strengthen that, even though it's new, to continually strengthen that with your discussions charged by experience, wisdom, knowledge, and practical day-to-day applications, and also to come up with solutions to really ensure that our children in their formative years have the best possible opportunity for the later time in life when they will become adults.
Still to come, we tell you about the 9-year-old aspirant scientist who excelled at this year's National Grade 6 assessment. This is the Newsroom. We're glad you could stay with us. At just 9 years old, Malia Blackman successfully completed the National Grade 6 assessment, scoring an impressive 475 marks, or 97.3% at this year's exam. Malia, who attends Marian Academy, skipped grades 1 and 5 and has consistently excelled in her studies. In an interview with the Newsroom, Malia said she aspires to become a teacher or scientist.
My name is Malia Blackman and I am 9 years old. I got 475 marks out of 488 marks with 97.3%. My hobbies are dancing, music, and drawing and craft. Marian Academy is the school I go to, and they're always behind my back along with my family and lift me up when I need it. I want to be either a scientist, a teacher, or a science teacher. I'm interested in science and teaching kids. My mom helped me. I did not go to any lessons. I did not drop my extracurriculums, which are music and dancing. And I studied for 30 minutes to an hour per night. And I also ate a balanced diet and went to sleep at 9 o'clock.
Indigenous culture has been placed at the forefront of ecotourism businesses operating in Region 8. Young entrepreneurs operating these products spoke to the Newsroom about their ventures.
As the tourism industry in Guyana continues to expand, the peoples of Kato village in Region 8, Putaro Siparuni, have established several tourism packages that allow persons to come and tour the area. To give tourists a full experience of tourism in Kato, Luana Augustus, a 24-year-old entrepreneur, launched the Patamona tour along with her partner, Jason. Together, the couple are allowing tourists to have several eco-friendly tourist attractions while in the village.
So one of the things was that we didn't need to be, but it would have been nice for us to be eco-friendly, and that is something that we had initially targeted, to be eco-friendly, to have conservation of our Patamona language, to be a main part of what we're doing here at Patamona Tours. So if you like the outdoors, if you like wild adventures, if you like to get your feet muddy, if you like the waters, if you like mountains, if you like breathtaking views, waterfalls, we are the perfect place to come. So usually we would start from Koh Phangan. We'll take a flight from Georgetown to Koh Phangan, and then we would spend the night in Koh Phangan. We tour and we would interact with the locals, have meals there, and then the next day we would head over to Kato by ATV. And that journey alone, it's just amazing. There's so many things to see, the views, and then there's waterfalls that we would stop to at, I would say about every hour or so, there's a waterfall. So there's a lot of waterfalls on this trip. So that's kind of one of the popular packages that we have. And then when you get here to Kato, I mean, you've seen Kato, it's very beautiful. So we have a lot of different viewpoints we would go to, and the locals, of course, they're very, very friendly.
In order to ensure that the people living in Kato are able to benefit from these tourist attractions, another business that was established is Kako Padasi. This is an eco-lodge business. The eco-lodge allows persons to come and stay in the village close by the Chiang River, where they're able to bask in the beauty of the natural environments here in Kato village. Surajani Robinson and her partner Kimal, both 26-year-olds, have established this business with the hope of encouraging more tourism in this community. After receiving approval from the village, they were able to use the land here where persons can now come and experience a traditional but also fun experience.
We are Indigenous people, Patamona people, and we decided to use, things that we can find around here. So the cabin is made with jasper and wood, thatch roof. So our houses are very comfortable, and you can have modern amenities inside if you want to, but ours are very rustic. Cabins are 10,000 a night, including a complimentary breakfast. And you also get meals if you want that. If you want separate catering, you can have your lunch and dinner. And the creek is just right down there. So, you can go down and have a nice dip in the creek. And we also do campfires. We do storytellings where we talk about the history of Cato, the mountains that we have, the rivers that we have. So those are some of the services that we offer here.
One of the main goals of the businesses is to not only promote the village as a tourist attraction, but also the heritage of the village. That includes storytelling about the history of the village and ensuring that persons are able to connect with the natural beauty that is found in Cato Village in Region 8. Reporting for the Newsroom, I am Lazina Yearwood.
When the Newsroom returns, we hear about the plans for the tourism sector from the newly elected president of the Tourism and Hospitality Association. Welcome back. You're watching the Newsroom. Bilateral trade between Guyana and the United States has surpassed $4.7 billion over the past year, a new record reflecting the two countries' growing economic ties. U.S. Ambassador to Guyana made this revelation while addressing the 249th U.S. Independence Day celebration on Friday night at her official residence.
Over the past year, we've reached another milestone. Bilateral trade in physical goods alone surpassed $4.7 billion US. A new record. The number of US companies working with Guyanese partners continues to grow, along with sustained investment across many sectors. Since last year's event, we've celebrated many new ventures, from company launches and grand openings to groundbreaking partnerships. We've welcomed a new US-branded hotel, joined in launching a new primary and secondary school partnership, brought a US company to Guyana offering the country's first ever industrial 3D printing, and marked the entry of a company specializing in welding and machining services. We even celebrated a partnership that brings a beloved US donut franchise to Guyana. We all know how much these commercial relationships matter. They help shape how Guyana grows, economically, socially, and strategically. Take, for instance, the government's astute decision to deploy US-made scanners at all ports of entry, or the approval of Starlink to expand reliable internet connectivity nationwide. These are strategic moves that support a safer, more connected, and more secure Guyana. And we're definitely not slowing down. We're collaborating on critical infrastructure projects, including the transformative Deep Sea Port, Road, and Rail project. These are nation-building investments that can shape the trajectory of a country for generations to come. As Guyana's preferred partner, the United States is honored to be a part of that journey. And we are committed to helping build a legacy of growth and shared prosperity.
Guyana and the U.S. share a long-standing trade partnership in agriculture, and we look forward to continuing to work with your authorities to advance market accessibility. As our countries actively engage in strengthening our framework for bilateral trade, we continue to be optimistic about the diversification of our trade relations. The U.S. has initiated ongoing efforts to enhance law enforcement and security cooperation between our countries and the Caribbean. The signing of the Memorandum of Understanding on March 27, 2025, during the visit of U.S. Secretary of State Rubio, underscores our joint commitment to addressing common security challenges. The MOU builds on our long-standing partnership and aims to deepen collaboration in areas such as counter-narcotics and the fight against transnational organized crime and strengthening security and defense cooperation. All of its partners about the serious threat with Venezuela as it relates to gold smuggling. And we have received that advisory today, and we want you to know that we are putting enormous resources into ensuring that the threat of illicit gold smuggling that can help to empower or safeguard undemocratic forces are uprooted. As Guyana prepares for its upcoming general and regional elections in September, we welcome the continued support of the United States in ensuring a fair, transparent, and credible electoral process.
Former executive member of the People's National Congress Reform, Tandai McAllister, lamented the exclusion of young people in leadership while former President David Granger was in office. Mr. Granger was president after PNC-led APNU plus AFC coalition won the 2015 elections. Though youth inclusion was a major pillar of his party's campaign, McAllister said once elected, young people were excluded. This eventually led to her departure from the party. She spoke during this week's episode of the Starting Point podcast.
Granger's utterances perhaps would have held more weight if he had lived those words while he was president. and while he had the opportunity to demonstrate to youth that we are important. Regrettably, he did not. Regrettably, what we saw was a geriatric movement. And it is that movement, in my most humble opinion, that has him where he is now. Out of office, a former president, fighting for a voice, fighting to be heard, like we fought to be heard, while he was at the helm, and the PNCR out of government. The decision to leave was not taken, well, it was made in 2021, but that process was well on its way before 2020.
Mitra Ramkumar returned as the president of the Tourism and Hospitality Association of Guyana, bringing renewed vision for tourism in the country. Ramkumar previously held the role in 2018, and he returns amid a massive growth in tourism opportunities. During an interview with the Newsroom, he shared his vision for growth in the tourism and hospitality sector.
It's an exciting time in Guyana. We're living in a country that is bursting as it seems in terms of growth. And so you would notice around there, a lot of huge brand name hotels going up all over. We had one open, and this is homegrown. As a matter of fact, it's a member of TAG, so I'm proud to say that. And so a lot has changed. The landscape of tourism in this country is changing, and it's changing rapidly. Since I came back only recently as president of TAG, but I never left TAG. I am a member of TAG. My organization is represented in TAG. So I'm always in the industry, and we continue to work together to move the industry forward. The membership has given me a mandate, and I intend to carry out that mandate. I will represent the sector to my utmost, and I will try to ensure that their voices, and this is when I was elected on Friday, I said I want to hear from the membership, not just wait for a members meeting, but you can shoot me a message, you can call me, so that I can hear from you and anything that is affecting your business, so that whatever collaboration and whatever reach I have, I can use that reach created by TAG, by this platform, so that we can ensure that our businesses get whatever help is needed so that we can build a stronger industry.
When the Newsroom returns, the financial weather and bridge reports along with sport. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching the Newsroom. It's time for sport, and we begin with cricket. Montra Jaguars have become the first team to secure a spot in the national finals of the third CARES One Guyana T10 Tapeball Blast after a dominant performance in the Berbice zone. The final, held on Sunday afternoon at the Port Moran ground, saw the Jaguars defeat Curveton Spartans by 51 runs. Montra, a team largely composed of national players from Berbice, posted an imposing total of 139 per 2 from their 10 overs. Anthony Bramble led the charge with a blistering 64, which included 9 sixes and was ably supported by Raymond Perez with 34. In response, their bowlers effectively restricted a spirited Spartan side to 88 for 5, with Charles France making 28 and Niall Smith taking 3 for 8. Attention now shifts to the East Bank Demerara West Coast Demerara zone, which is scheduled for July 5th and 6th. The national playoffs featuring the winners from all zones are set for August 3rd at the National Stadium, Providence.
Very elated. We from the background or the management team, we really don't want to take no credits for this win. We know our intent was to win this. We wanted to, and we also know that it was going to be a difficult day back to back. I think the players mentally, physically, they have done excellent in terms of putting us over that line. First time as a Berbice champion or a zone champion. It's an elated feeling at the camp. The boys are excited to go to the National Stadium. There are 10 Berbicians in the team, from the mentor to myself, to management, to players. There are 10. And if you're to total in team, there are 20 of us. Do the maths. And then the zone, it was open. Any team could have joined anywhere. We wanted to come to Berbice as a friendly between some other teams, but the year caught up with a lot of us and a lot of cricket. So we kind of see this as an opportunity to expand our brand in a different community, in a different area. Hence, we decided to come to the Berbice zone.
I must say, firstly, we are proud. We are proud to reach this stage. We came here as the underdog with little preparation, but we are proud. I'm proud of the guys. Congratulations to Montra. They played very well. And I hope next year we will come bigger and better. The tournament is a great initiative.
Now begin and the ExxonMobil Guyana Global Super League will have an exclusive opportunity to secure early access to tickets for the highly anticipated Guyana Amazon Warriors versus Trinbago Knight Riders clash at the Caribbean Premier League on September 6. As part of a limited time ticket bundle, fans who purchase 4 tickets to either of the first 2 GSL home matches featuring the Guyana Amazon Warriors will unlock the ability to purchase 2 tickets for the CPL Showdown in the same stand, red, orange, or green, while supplies last. Tickets for the bundle promotion will be available in person only at the Amazon Warriors box office located at 223-224 Camp Street, Georgetown from Monday, June 30th to Wednesday, July 2nd. Availability is limited and fans are encouraged to buy early to avoid missing out. Guyana is the future of the Caribbean, says former West Indies cricketer and 2-time World T20 winner Marlon Samuels. Making impromptu remarks at an event at the weekend in Berbice, the former all-rounder heaped praises on the Guyana government and President Irfan Ali's vision for the nation. Samuels is currently a resident and investor in Touch Diamond, a new planned community redefining urban development in Guyana. The Jamaican has secured 7 homes in the development, 1 as his personal residence and 6 as part of his rental investment strategy.
Like I said, what I've seen so far with Guyana and the growth for the last 3 to 4 years, I think the government, I know the government is doing a beautiful job. And where Guyana is right now, there is nowhere I have been in this world that there's so much opportunity given by the leaders. So it simply means that you have some great leaders that you should appreciate. When you look at contractor getting a road, this contractor getting another road, this one getting a bridge, this one, you know what I mean? So I've never seen anywhere that's growing this fast. with people getting so much opportunity and they're using the opportunity. Right now, I think Guyana is going to need people to come in to work. So you're in a great position, great leadership. The president, the vice president, the prime minister, I've met them all, spent quite a few time with them. Beautiful people, and the plan that they have for Guyana, it's magnificent. So everything is not going to happen fast or in one day, but the plan that they have for the country and what I have seen so far, you know, Guyanese should be very proud. And I've actually, since the project at Taj Diamond, I've actually communicated with a lot of Guyanese overseas that is very well off and they're actually buying into the project and they want to come home also. All of them want to come home. So Guyana is the future of the Caribbean, and I think, and I know Guyana is going to be the food basket of the Caribbean. So y'all should be very proud because you have been in the dark for a very long time. A lot of people don't want to come to Guyana, but now everybody want to come to Guyana.
We want Guyana to be the home of sport and entertainment tourism. That's the vision of President Irfan Ali, who on Friday evening at the commissioning of the Jewelz by King's Hotel in Georgetown announced plans for the construction of a world-class indoor facility in the country, tipped to house 15,000 persons. This facility will put Guyana in a prime position to host major sport and entertainment events, among them mixed martial arts, international boxing, NBA playoffs, and major international concerts, the president highlighted.
The big boy in the room is sports and entertainment tourism. Sports and entertainment tourism are two key aspects of our tourism reach. We are already exploring the building of an world-class indoor facility for about 15,000 people, so we can host MMA, we can host the best in boxing, we can host the Britney Spears and all of them, because there are certain criteria that you must meet to get certain concerts. And we want Guyana to be the home of entertainment and sports tourism. We're already working on cricket. The facilities we want to build must be able also to host NBA playoffs. And why do I say this? This might sound like a shot out of the park. But I told the leaders in CARICOM, we are the closest neighbors to the US. How about if we get an NBA team that represents the region, just like Canada has an NBA team?
President of the Guyana Cricket Board, Director of Cricket West Indies, and businessman Bisundayal Singh at the weekend endorsed President Irfan Ali for a second term. Delivering remarks at the Berbice Cricket Board's annual awards ceremony, Singh told the gathering at the St. Francis Community Developers in Rosal Town that it is with absolute conviction and unwavering confidence that he and the membership of the Guyana Cricket Board publicly endorsed the leadership of President Ali. Singh, in hailing the president as the architect of a rapidly transforming Guyana, pointed out that the head of state has played a pivotal role in catapulting the country on the global stage.
Let's not lose focus on what or who has created the environment and the pathway for sustainable and continuous advancement of the sport across the country. And while he may not be on the list of awardees for tonight's event, he is without a doubt the greatest contributor to this sport across the country for over the past 5 years. Ladies and gentlemen, we must never forget this man, a great human being. This is a man, in every step he takes, he has walked with purpose. In every decision, he has considered the people. In every chapter of his journey, he has written a story of service, honor, and grace. He is the architect of the transformation and modernization of this country, has played a pivotal role in catapulting Guyana onto the global stage to the extent that we are now the fastest growing economy per capita in the world. He leads with vision,
courage and conviction, but more importantly, he leads with heart. He inspires trust, cultivates unity, and brings out the best of those around him. Under his guidance, teams flourish, communities grow stronger, and lives are forever changed. When he assumed office 5 years ago, he brought with him a dynamic vision of inclusive development, a Guyana where every child, regardless of the background, could dream big, and where sports could no longer be a recreational afterthought, but a pillar of national pride and unity. If I were to list his achievement in office, it would probably take forever. Ladies and gentlemen, at this moment, I invite you to please rise. Let us stand together in unity and with gratitude as we recognize and thank an exceptional leader, a man whose service, vision, and compassion has inspired this nation. He is no other than His Excellency, the President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana, Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali. We are proud of you, we are inspired by you, and we stand by you. It is with absolute conviction and unwavering confidence that I, as President of the Guyana Cricket Board, and I speak on behalf of the entire membership of the GCB, hereby publicly and wholeheartedly endorse the leadership and the presidency of Dr. Mohamed Irfan Ali and that of the People's Progressive Party Civic. Victory 2025 to 2020, sir, your leadership and guidance continue to uplift this great land we all love and call home.
That's our broadcast for this evening. I'm Neil Marks. Remember, you can get the latest breaking news and sport at newsroom.gy. Take care.